police kept directing them down wrong streets and stuff. You know, if you're down somewhere.
Wait, see, you use this light up here? It looks amazing from this aspect. I mean, it's spot on. Maybe you're much taller if we can. There you go.
What is up, y'all? It is me. I am she. It's your Get It Girl, Toya T. And I'm here with...
Ronetta.
I like how you say it again. Ronetta. You know, we have this southern slang, so we be like, Ronetta. You know, so that's what I said. My bad, girl. Anyway, thank you for joining us on another All-Star Thursday on The Drop with your Get It Girl, Toya T.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. You know, I'm so honored. Because you know you're a legend of a legend. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you just even humbled yourself to even find your way to come and kick it with me on Grade A. Grade A family. What?
My daddy's been up here.
Okay.
A couple of times.
I do remember seeing y'all. Yeah.
Always.
Yes. So have you recorded here?
I haven't recorded here yet.
Okay. Not yet.
I'm supposed to.
Oh, all right.
I was supposed to get with Skrilla and Young Allen.
Okay.
It's kind of slacking a little bit, so I'm ready this year.
You ready? Yeah, 2023. We ready? Yeah. Okay. See, so I heard you was talking about South by Southwest.
Yes.
So tell the people what you got going on for South by Southwest.
It started off with one show with the private hip hop show, and it went from there to me being there the 17th, the 18th, and possibly the 19th.
Okay.
And then I just found out today that they might want me to be there for the 16th.
Okay.
So
you're gonna be in
hopping.
there. All right. You're gonna be in there like
Stage
swimwear. Okay. Okay. So if so they can check you out. What's not some of the parties or some of the events you're gonna be hosting?
So one of them is actually the private hip hop. So
Okay.
it's like a little fest that they're throwing. It's gonna be a bunch of artists
Private
on there.
hip hop.
And then Past the Ox is another one.
Past
that
the
I'll
Ox.
be
Okay.
Going to.
Okay.
And then I'll be with DJ Lone Star.
DJ Longstar. Okay, y'all make sure you stay tuned, stay tapped in. If you out there, check out because we gonna be out there. We gonna check you out.
Ooh,
We gonna be in the building. I can't wait either. You know, it's been a little minute since I saw you perform. Oh my gosh. I know you do. And speaking of side to side, but we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that TikTok sensation. We gonna get into that. Look, I'm just too excited, but we gonna get into all this tea and no shade, honey. Yes, let's spill it. So, in the news, or in the headlines, because we talk about all the tea. We hear about Ray J and Princess. They called off their divorce yet a third time. I'm one who I don't feel like marriages and the businesses should be in the headlines. However, I am aware that some relationships are made and put together and thrive off of public attention. You know what I'm saying? But to me, the fact that they stick it out, I want to say Ray J and Princess is a real marriage because I love their chemistry.
It is.
And I love the way he fight for his woman.
That's one thing he gonna do. He gonna always fight for Princess. I don't care what's going on. He gonna fight for her.
And she gonna low key fight for him too. She's low key with it though.
Yeah.
You know.
And she should be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a lifetime partnership.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be nothing more, nothing less.
And then I love how they put aside their personal differences and they continue that business.
Right.
Cause
the
they
business
rich.
never stop.
They never stop. They are
on either end. It never stop.
ever. They're like executive producers on like
What is that?
countless Zeus Network.
Mhm. And then don't she have like a cooking? Isn't she
Yes,
like
a
chef now?
cooking.
That's
Yeah,
what
a
we
cooking
do.
show. They have a lot of. He has Raycom. Then she has some business ventures, and they're in locked together. So, honey,
like it.
I love it. Personal and a business relationship. I love it. So,
I hope they thug it out.
fight for your woman, Ray J. Fight her. Fight for her.
Stay.
Keep
Stay.
yes.
Got your kings.
Yes,
For the
for the
kids.
kids. Yes. The people need to see a healthy black
I love the black love
relationship,
stories.
black love. Yes.
Yes.
Speaking of black love,
Let's do it.
now on the flip side, so you heard about Michael B. Jordan. He was on the red carpet. Sister girl says, "Hey, yeah, Michael B. Jordan." She's asking him questions, and did you see it?
I didn't see it.
You
But
didn't.
Instagram, and Black Twitter.
And what did you
They
see
never
though
let me
on
feel.
there though?
Was that what's her name? Was it?
I don't know her name. She had yellow hair with some shades. She was asking him questions.
Well, on Instagram, they put her as a character off of Cat in the Hat.
You know the internet.
So that's what had me scrolling like, what's going on?
Right.
What,
okay,
what's
they made a
going on?
meme.
Yes.
Okay.
So I need tea.
So this the tea, honey. This the tea. So she was, asking him questions on the red carpet, right?
Not the question.
And so he was. So I guess she said something to make him remember, like, "Hey, I know you used to call me corny back in the day." And she was like, "No, not me. I don't remember." He was like, "Yes," and really like going back and forth with her. In the interview on the red carpet. And so she kind of like humbled herself and was like, well, you're definitely not corny now.
I don't support bullying. Because you never know who's going to make it.
Right. So that takes me to Joe Budden podcast. Have you ever caught his podcast?
I've never caught his podcast, but I hear it's something.
Woo. So he goes in on Michael B. Jordan, and he says kind of like the same thing that you said. Like he was
Joe
like
Budden.
weak for that, you know. But she's a girl, a woman. Like but he did go further and say if she was a white woman, you would have just answered her question and kept it going. But you chose to embarrass and humiliate.
Or it could have been
young lady.
It could have been one of those situations where you pull her aside off of the red carpet, not in front of the cameras, and would have been like, hey, do you remember me? You remember what you did? Could have been whether she was black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever it is. It's just the way you handle your business, because the internet will tear both sides apart.
Yeah.
They'll get you for being wrong, get her for being wrong.
Most definitely. And I was just like, for him to remember that for so many years, it really did affect him.
Yeah, it did something to him.
It did, honey.
Some people forgive, but they don't ever forget.
Right? So do you always forgive, or is it just some things you can say, no, I can't forgive?
Well, this came from my father. I got people I want to see in heaven, so I don't have no choice but to forgive.
Okay.
I got some important people up there waiting on me.
I know that's right.
I can't be weighed down with other people's drama and just not having a forgiving soul. 'Cause I wasn't raised like that.
I know that's right. So to get back into the tea, if you heard this, because I'm stayed locked in. I hear all the tea.
I want to know everything.
So, Buddy Garcia in the house, he gets up. Give Beyonce her flowers. This man made a dissertation. Oh, here you go. So you probably like what he did. He had a whole presentation, a poster. Ran down her accomplishments, her albums, what she did, and this and that in the house. And I'm waiting to see what's the point that you're getting to, sir. And at the end, he said he just wanted to give her flowers, and we need to. Girl, stop it.
Yes.
Don't encourage the foolishness in the house when there's things better that need to be going on in there.
I'm a Beyonce fan.
Stop.
Look, I'm a big Patti LaBelle fan, too, and that's something I do for Patti.
Oh, my God.
I love me.
I'm just talking about the things that we really need to be talking about and really getting to in the house. Y'all let this man filibuster about Beyonce for a whole child, no ma'am. This is why the world is in the state, the United States is.
They doing that for them tickets. That's what I believe.
Oh.
They doing
to
it
get
for the
them
tickets.
discounts, child.
They doing it for the tickets.
Beyonce, stop it. Please,
But
everybody,
I love me some
stop
Beyonce.
it.
Sasha
Yeah,
Fierce.
we do.
I love it.
So we're going to go on a commercial break. And DJ Skrilla Montana going to take us out on some Miss.
Hey.
You gonna say your name. I love the way you say it. Ronetta. We'll be right back, y'all.
Listen up, H-Town. Let's hold it down with Grade A Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. This is Grade A Radio.
Hey, y'all. What's up? It's your Get It Girl, Toya T. And you are now tuned in to Grade A Radio. Hey, go download the app. On the iOS or the Android smartphones. It's going down.
Listen up, H-Town. Let's hold it down with Grade A Radio.
Hey, girl, I'm going to tune in. You better, girl.
Are you looking for a way to promote your upcoming event? Look no further, because our website is the perfect place to do just that. It can be tough to get the word out. Most people rely on word of mouth or social media to promote their events. But those methods often fall short. Grade A Radio is the perfect solution for event promotion. We have a massive audience of engaged listeners who are always looking for something new to do. Contact us today.
www.gradearadiostation.com.
Listen up, H-Town, let's hold it down with Grade A Radio.
Ooh. Yeah. Hold up, what? You must got some special kind of powers. Baby, I like it. So why don't you come over and let's play explore. Explore my body. You gon' put your hands in all these places. I'ma make these faces. Boy, you can't deny that you like it. I'm not trying to fight it. Damn, not trying to hide it. Baby, come and show me what you're working with. I like it. You like it. Don't try to fight it. All this love I got inside, I like it. You like it. Boy, don't try to fight it. All this love I got inside, you like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. This is Grade A Radio.
Hey, y'all. What's up? It's your Get It Girl, Toya T. And you are now tuned in to Grade A Radio. Hey, go download the app, on the iOS or the Android smartphones. It's going down.
Listen up, H-Town, let's hold it down with Grade A Radio.
Hey, girl, I'm going to tune in. You better, girl. All right. We are back. It's your Get It Girl, Toya T. And I am with
Vanetta.
Yeah. Listen, I'm enjoying myself so far. How about you?
I am enjoying myself.
Yes, ma'am. So what did we just hear?
Vibe with a Y.
Vibe with a Y.
Yes.
So what was your vibe when you made this?
To be honest with you, I was just on chill mode when we made that song. I just wanted something. Actually, it's not even my song. I'm going to say it's my husband's song. Because I was singing it to him. And we just turned it into a song. So that's his baby.
Okay. I love it. I love the love.
Thank you.
So I do notice that you both sing and rap. And I'm going to tell you, you have different personalities and personas for both. I can see it coming out. I gotta say, I love your rap side. It brings out your sassiness, girl. I just love it. And when you rapping and spitting and how you put it, I'm like, okay.
I enjoy
Yes,
rapping.
ma'am. You do?
Now I do. At first, when I first started, I was like, I don't want to be put in that category because my heart and my soul is with R&B.
Okay.
But my daddy was like, it's a part of you, so why wouldn't you like it? Then my husband said the same thing. He was like, you gonna rap.
Okay.
So I was like, okay.
Husband and daddy, they couldn't agree, then you know.
They manage it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, whatever. Y'all just give me the producers, the tracks, and I guess I'm going to be a rapper for some of them.
Wow. And it's a good thing to be just led by some powerful black men. First, your dad, and I'm just saying by what I hear you speak.
Oh,
your dad and then your husband.
He's strict.
So that's awesome. Your dad, he's strict?
He's strict.
Even now, is he strict, girl?
He's strict.
Oh, my God.
He got worse when I had a baby.
I can see that. I can see that.
Ooh.
I can see that. But
But I like it.
You do?
I like it. My father's always been strict on me. And as a kid, I used to be like, he won't let me go to parties. He won't let me do anything.
Right. That's how my daddy was.
It was just schoolwork. You got so much ahead of you. And I'm so thankful for it now. Because some same girls that was going to those parties, boy, they in bad shape.
Talk about it. About it.
So thank you, Dad.
Right. And that's what I said, too. I'm like, we didn't understand it then. Because, we wanted to fit in and be a part. And just enjoy, really.
Right.
I'm
thankful for it now.
I'm thankful. Me too. Me too. So for those that may not know, or I'm just gonna ask you, what is one of your biggest accomplishments in the music industry?
It's the bar, baby.
Hey,
the bar, baby.
And see, that's what I would think, but maybe you know, your POV something else, but of course the bar
That's what
baby
started it all.
It started it.
I started my
How
career.
did you come about even being in the booth? And I know you talked about it because I heard you talk about it. But we have like the younger generations who don't know
Right.
that's listening and they're watching, but they hear that song, so they need to
Man.
know.
Following my daddy around the studio.
Okay.
They just needed somebody to sing the hook. Nope D called my daddy, and from there, that was a wrap. I went in, they gave me them couple of little words and was like, sing it, sung it with all my heart.
So did he know? He said, "Oh, I'm just gonna get you to sing it," or was it something they were
So
trying to figure out, or something?
I think they were trying to figure it out. If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken, they had tried samples,
Okay.
and the samples just didn't work out for them. So they picked me, and for years, people thought I was a sample.
You know what? I did too. I thought it was like a kind of like a fake. You know what I'm saying?
it was-
Voice or something like
It
that.
was me. I just had a little chipmunk voice.
Talented back
Thank
then.
you. He had to lay a dummy
Wow.
track and everything for me, but you know, once I memorized it and got it down.
Okay. Wait, was you just one take, one and done?
No, I was a couple because I
Okay.
was too short to actually reach.
Okay.
I had to sit on phone books.
Was you like this?
Yes, I was tiny sitting up there. But you know, I could see I had one of them old school studios. I could
Okay.
see my dad and I could see everybody
Uh-huh.
out there. I was a little nervous, but at that time, those were my uncles. So
Right,
we all
right,
family.
right.
So
Nice.
yeah, just knock it out.
So when did you know that song, you know, after doing it, like what you did, what you accomplished, like just
When
the history you created with that song?
To be honest with you, when I performed at the Astrodome,
Oh, wow. Okay.
that's when I knew like this is my life. This is what I'm gonna do and what I want to do.
Wow.
It was 50,000 people. I couldn't see none of them, but I knew they was out there.
Wow.
And I just got up there and I rocked the stage for probably about an hour because Mo was late. So I got up there and I
Well, that
rocked
was a
it for her.
blessing, kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, and it was just me, that stage. I could see my grandmother on one side panicking. My daddy was like, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it was okay. And the crowd was cheering.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I loved every minute of it.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like growing up, I don't know who you haven't worked with. You know, do you
Everybody.
ever? And I mean, even stars outside of Texas, Houston. You've worked with so many.
with a lot of
Is
people.
there ever a celebrity that you've gotten starstruck with, or do you ever get starstruck?
I met Erykah Badu.
Oh, really? Okay, talk about it, girl.
Whew, that was a man. I didn't
How
even
was
know what
the
to do.
energy? Because I'm just imagining
Just
Erykah Badu.
chill. It was at a
Okay.
car show, and she was coming down the stairs as I was going up, and she was performing with D Gotti.
Okay.
And it was just looking at her, and I was like, "Daddy, that's," and she smiled at me, and I was like, "Oh my God, I think she know who I am." But like her energy was just godly,
Right.
like
Ooh,
a
I can
goddess on
just-
earth. Oh man, it was epic.
So did you get the chance to talk to her?
Man, I got a chance to say hi. She got a chance to say hi back. That's all I needed.
Oh wow!
It was beautiful,
Wow,
man.
I bet it was. I bet it
Man,
was.
she tops them. Now, if I meet Patty, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but
That's what I was gonna ask you. So, Patty, that's your top.
oh, that's my.
Ooh, I'm sure. I am sure.
I love me some Patty, from the pies to the artists.
So, which do you prefer, rap or R&B?
My heart is in R&B,
Okay,
but my fans want me to rap.
rap.
So your
Ooh, I
fans
can
make
see
you.
it though. Yeah,
So I gotta give them what they want.
yeah, yeah. So, in your playlist, your top 5 motivational. What are you listening to as you're writing?
Ooh.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me
Are
ask
we
this
gonna
question
divide it?
first.
Okay.
Are you a writer or a freestyler?
So
What gets your?
I'm a writer, but if I get hype enough or amped enough, I'm freestyling all day.
That's because we from the South.
But you gotta stop me, else I keep going.
I love it.
Yes.
So with that being said, your top 5 songs on your playlist when you're writing to give you that motivation.
Rap or R&B?
Whatever.
Okay, so Lil' Kim is a
Ooh,
go-to for me.
yes, ma'am. Okay.
Her style is just gutter. I love me some Lil' Kim. R&B side, Patty. Like
Okay.
Patty is my
Yes.
that's my ride or die. We're gonna do a song, Patty. If you out there listening, I know every
Tap in,
podcast that
Patty.
I've been on, I
Tap
say
in, Patty.
that. Another one on my. I'm a Jay-Z fan.
Okay.
I love me some Jay-Z.
Okay. Very rare I hear women saying Jay-Z. I hear men.
I love
Very
me some Jay-Z.
rare.
Went and saw him in
Okay.
concert, and that did it for me. Like
Okay.
that topped it. Let's see if I can give you another one on the R&B.
Okay.
Shaka Khan.
Okay. Okay.
And then Minnie Riperton because of her range.
Wow.
My playlist is all mixed and matched.
I see that. So, outside of motivation, I'm just getting going. I like to have fun and jam. Your top 5 that you jamming.
Okay, this is going to be so funny because I did not know I knew as many songs as I did until I seen her in concert. But I ride to work every morning listening to Mary J. Blige.
Okay, Mary.
Old school Mary.
Old school Mary. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Feel that pain.
I didn't know. Like, I went to see her in concert, knew every song. And I was like, this I don't know if this is a shame or if I'm just old at heart.
No.
I love me some Mary.
I do too. Yeah.
My dad.
Got to. Okay.
Listen to my dad a lot to see if I can mimic him because I can't mimic him for some weird reason.
And how long you been trying to do that? Cause
Since I was probably about 6 or 7, and I just can't get it. That's the only artist I cannot mimic. I don't know why, but
Right.
I listen to my dad a lot.
Okay.
Angela Winbush,
I've heard of her, but not as familiar.
Ronald Isley's ex-wife. My dad got to meet her, but let me tell you, that woman can sing.
Okay. Okay.
Also, I listen to a lot of Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
I actually have a song with a snippet of him in the front of my song off of my latest album, The Beauty of It All.
Okay.
My dad, that's all he used to play, and Ronald Isley.
Wow. I love it. I love it. Yes, ma'am.
I'm an old school.
I know. I know. Old soul by heart, but it's natural because you grew up around it.
That's really how I learned how to sing.
Yeah. Okay.
Mimicking them.
Okay.
Love 'em.
So is it ever a time, because I know like you just been around your dad so much, that you ever felt like you was in his shadow, you know what I'm saying? And you just felt like, oh my God, ever.
And it's crazy because he noticed it before I did.
Okay.
And he kind of started pushing me out of his shadow. And then recently we had a talk and he was like, I need you to do you. And I was like, but I don't want to leave you behind. He was like, I'm older than you. You're not leaving me behind. It's time for you to do you. So
Right.
I need you to make some kind of stamp or some kind of print in history and for the culture. So I was like, okay, cool. Will do.
And that's what I did. I didn't want to come on here because I know a lot of people in some of the podcasts, and they're always asking you about that. And I'm just like, I know sometimes, and I hear other stars all being overshadowed by their parents. They just want to be individualized as themselves, you know, and just recognize as themselves their own individuality. You know what I'm saying? So I just wondered, have you, because you wear it so well, like y'all be just tough together.
Yeah, my dad is like my best friend.
Like it. Oh, that's so sweet.
Like, it's always been me and him against the world.
Okay.
So, since I was about 6 months. That's how long my father has had custody of me.
And that's a wonderful thing. So that should put to rest all of this. So, you know, deadbeat dad, no, because it's not just women out there. Men are doing it too.
My daddy was a single father.
And my hat's off to him.
He
because
did
I
his
feel
thing.
like it's harder for single men than it is women.
It is.
Because women, we're born with it kind of intuitively. You know what I'm saying? Men, they have to learn a whole bunch of things that we already naturally
Man,
born
my
with.
daddy had everything down packed to a science for me. And still do. Like, my daddy was there when I had my baby. He was on the other side of the room and was like, it's my grandbaby here yet. Like, my daddy is hands-on with me with everything.
That's sweet. Okay, just this one last, and we gonna move. I know he done embarrass you, but what's the most embarrassing thing he done did to you that you can live now to talk about? Say.
My senior year, I decided to skip school because all other kids were doing it, and I had all my credits, so I didn't need to be in class. And it never occurred to me that they have an answering service that calls home, and they called my dad's phone. And my dad met me in the rotunda and told me I either had two options: to get a spanking now or get walked back to class with him.
Oh my God.
So of course I chose, you can walk me back to class, and I still got a spanking. 17.
17.
Still got a spanking.
Wow.
And people still talk about that.
They just want to talk about it. That's to give them something to talk about.
They
That's
still
why.
talk about it to this day.
That's crazy. So did you have any tea you want to spill to everybody about your music or anything you got coming?
Man, look, I promised that I was going to drop as much music as I can and
Okay.
possibly could, because I have a giant catalog and I can't sit on it all.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a song dropping March the 10th with Kendrick James.
Okay.
And it's for the culture. I felt like I was disrespecting my city because I never did nothing for the culture.
Oh, okay.
So I gave them a song. It's called What We Do.
What we do.
I'm talking about cars, banging
Okay.
screws,
Okay.
going down 99.
A
it's
real
just,
H-Town
yes,
song.
an H-Town song. And I
Yes.
just want them to vibe out to it.
Okay.
But I'm going to be dropping singles. We got a Ratchet Summer coming.
Okay.
For the rap side, I'm dropping a bunch of ratchet, booty-shaking music.
All right.
And I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
Yes, especially for the summertime.
Yes.
Yes. So let's talk about Side to Side, honey. I'm loving it. I am loving it.
Oh, I'm glad you
I
like
mean,
it.
I really am.
Oh.
I feel like that's a song for it now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. So what was your motivation behind that, or did you have a strategy?
Me and my husband, we play freestyle at home.
Okay.
And that was a beat that we were freestyling to. But when I rapped the verse to it, somebody called the producer and booked a session, and I had to record the song. So the song has been recorded. I think we recorded it 2 years ago. Just never did nothing with it.
Okay.
Until finally he was like, I'm putting it out. I performed it in front of Bun B at the House of Blues. He was fine with it. So I was like, okay, well, fine. Let's put it out. Didn't know it was going to get the response that it got, though.
Okay.
Did not know.
So did it take off first? Where did it take off at? What platform?
So we released it to all digital platforms.
Okay.
And then we shot a mic drop because we didn't know if we wanted to do an actual video or just me just being, as my director photographer and my husband say, gangsta on it. So we teamed up with Ayana Conley. She's a stylist. We did the whole cowgirl hat thing, fur coat, typical Houston. And
With the little Kim twist to it?
yeah, and we just went out there trying to beat the rain, and we just shot it. We did maybe like 4 takes.
Okay.
And he was like, I got everything I need. That's it.
That's good. That is real good.
So, yeah, that song was an accident of greatness.
And I can see it going, being one of those ones.
Oh, I'm
you
praying.
know?
I'm manifesting that song.
That's right. That's right. So are you independent or are you signed?
I am an independent artist, and I'm going to tell you, it feels good.
It does?
It does.
Okay. Okay.
I've been signed to a couple of labels. I've been shelved. I got signed when I was pregnant and was shelved.
Was it because you were pregnant?
It was because I was pregnant.
Oh.
So, I mean...
And how long ago was that? Because, and I want to say that because now, you know what I'm saying? It's acceptable for a female rap artist to be pregnant, be belly
on
big.
stage. Shout out to Cardi B.
Shout out to Cardi B, Rihanna. Shout out to all y'all. Like, I mean, I love it. I love it.
I don't know if my label was just terrified or if my dad was.
Okay.
But when my dad and my husband made me sit down, I didn't have a choice. So I was like, okay, you know what? This is my first child.
Okay.
Let me sit down.
Right.
And take it easy because I was high risk.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. Well, I understand that.
But you know, I still made a way to record when I could. Gave the music, but I was still, they still shelved me, which is cool. Some artists take a W or a L, and I took an L.
Yes,
so.
And you wear it so gracefully,
Not all. My daddy say not all L's are losers.
I know that's right. They're lessons. So
yes.
Losses and lessons,
Yes.
So if you could tell your younger self something, what would it be?
Don't be scared and grind harder.
Okay.
It's nothing to be scared of. Make all your dreams come true. Every dream ends in a reality.
Oh, wow. I love that. Every dream ends in a reality. Okay. So, do you have any? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
You
go
got something
ahead.
else?
Go ahead.
Do you have any encouraging words to give the next generation that's rapping and singing?
The number one thing that I would tell these newer generations that are coming up, know your business.
Oh wow!
Handle
Yes.
your business yourself.
Yes.
Don't put your money in nobody else's hands. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody going to take care of you like you.
Right. I know that's right.
That is the best advice that I can give them.
Okay.
And after that, do your craft so your craft can bring you your money.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So outside of making music and just making magic, what do you do outside of that? Do you have a business? Do you have any other things you want to highlight?
So I'm a co-owner of Slaughterhouse Entertainment
Oh,
LLC.
really?
Which is my husband's company.
Okay.
And he builds cars.
Okay.
So
okay.
we are big in the car industry. I didn't even know I liked cars until I just sat down and was like, I like this. We have a total of, I think, 8 or 9 cars at the moment.
Okay.
And they're all classic foreign cars.
Okay.
And we're just rebuilding them and seeing what shows we can go to and where we can dominate at.
And you know what? It's a lot of money in that because you know,
lot of money.
yeah. I was listening to the Breakfast Club and I was listening to DJ Envy and 50 and all of them talking about their cars and other celebrities that buy cars and
My
just. And I'm
goodness.
like,
It's a lot. Like my husband hangs out with DJ Mr. Rogers. He got a bunch of
right,
cars
yeah,
too.
yes,
And I'm just like, my
yes,
goodness. Didn't even know I
right.
like them. Can tell you where head gaskets are and everything.
Look now, I know your dad got you down there, and did he ever?
No.
Oh, he said, "Not my princess."
No,
he
that
said,
was,
"I'll
no,
do it."
that was not my daddy's thing.
Really?
No, he always had his brother fix his cars or my uncle.
Okay.
That was just not my daddy niche.
Okay.
Now my daddy can cook. He's a chef professionally, and he's a carpenter. He builds.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that balance out though. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So tell everybody where to tap in, find you, find
Definitely.
Slaughterhouse, where to find anything you have going on it.
Oh man, on Instagram, I post literally everything on Instagram, from the stuff with Slaughterhouse all the way down. My Instagram is RONNETTA_. My Twitter is the same. And my Facebook is Ronetta Spencer. Y'all follow me if y'all have any questions. DM me. And I've also just started a new thing where I have fan engagement.
Okay.
So if I have enough people want an R&B song, I put out an R&B song.
Okay.
If I have enough fans want a rap song, I put out a rap song.
Nice.
So I do fan engagement. DM me and tell me what you want.
Okay, that's nice. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've enjoyed so much about you.
Oh, thank
Look,
you.
I gotta have you on part 2 as my guest co-host. You
Definitely.
know, definitely gotta finish it up. But you're gonna stay with me.
Yes.
Because we have Amanda Edwards.
This is a vibe.
Yes, it is. You're gonna stick with me. We're gonna take a quick little break, and we'll be right back with more with Ronetta and Amanda
ready.
Edwards. Yes. And 3, 2, 1. What's up, y'all? It is me. I am she. It's your Get It Girl, Toya T. And I'm here with
Amanda Edwards.
and Miss. Yes. So we're back. We're back on an All-Star Thursday. And we have future mayor. Future mayor.
One more time.
Future mayor Amanda Edwards. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate being here. Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. We speak that in existence and manifest it right now. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. So I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And you were just briefly telling a little bit about what you did. Can you just tell everybody watching, like, where you just came from?
Yeah, so we are on the trail, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We have a campaign going on full throttle. We have an election this November 2023.
This November.
This is going to be the first time in 8
years, y'all,
that there's an open seat for mayor. So Mayor Turner can't run again. He's term limited. Sometimes people say, what did he do to you? You mad at him? He's running against him? No, I'm not running against Mayor Turner. He cannot run again because of term limits. So it is going to be an open seat. We will have a change in leadership.
Okay.
And we've been running our campaign because we're focusing on people.
Okay.
We've got to get to and from where the people are.
That's
and
right.
so that is involved for me today. I've done a lot of work around tech and innovation in our city, and we have something called Tech Rodeo going on right now.
Wow,
and so I spoke at that. Then we went to go, as I mentioned, listen to the elders.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
So we went to a community meeting where a lot of our seniors had some viewpoints that they wanted to share with me. And so you go to and from where the people are. And that's how you end up really serving them well, listening to their voices, but also delivering the results they deserve.
Yes. Constituent engagement. You know, engaging. I mean, and I'm just going to say that's what we love.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see. Somebody's involved and not just speaking from a microphone and a platform and just saying a bunch of stuff.
No.
I want to know if I could be able to call Amanda Edwards' office and I can say, hey, this is what I want to voice and I want my voice to be heard.
Absolutely. And that's the good thing. I've been tested, okay?
Oh,
so
I
got a record and I have a service. I've been on the service journey for a minute. So when I was serving as one of the at-large city council members, so I served citywide in that role. We had something in my office called grandmother standard of care. So when you call the office, what would you want somebody to do if it was your grandmother?
That's
Not what do you feel like doing in that moment, but what would you do if it was your grandmother? Would you want them to hang up the phone? Would you want them to just transfer you someplace else into the abyss? Of course not. You would want your grandmother to be taken care of, and you would want you would want that item followed up.
Right.
You would call and check. You would make sure, did you get what you needed? And if they did not, you would get on the case. And that's the approach we took in my office to really deliver the results people were looking for.
Ronetta, what do you think about that?
I like that. I mean, if I have an issue, I know who I'm calling.
Okay.
Right? I mean, I just love that you can be able to just do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your job, right? Like sometimes people get into public service and they don't really appreciate the public or people aspect of it. They see the political aspect of it, but they don't see the fact that those offices, those swivel chairs, those name placards, that doesn't belong to you as an individual or for your convenience. That really belongs to the people, and they're entrusting you with that seat for that period of time to do right by them. So you work for them.
That's right.
And so the notion that we kind of go do things on our own accord really has to stop, because that's not what public service should be about.
Right. So what is your background? Have you always been government, or I mean, when did it start? Where did it start?
Well, I will say I've always been involved in service. So since I was a little girl, I cannot think of any time where we didn't have some kind of service project going on at church or whatever. My family was going to have me involved in something. So I was doing that from such an early age. I really didn't know that I was getting involved in that way.
A busy mind. Keep your mind
so
busy.
this is what you do. That was your social pastime. Is okay, well, you're going to the church cleanup. Come on. And that's what we did.
Me too.
So that's where your friends were. So that's how that worked. And then, of course, as I grew older, one of the things that was a little bit of a tragedy for us in our family was that my dad got sick when I was about 10 years old with something called multiple myeloma, which is a very aggressive form of cancer. Wow. And when that happened, I learned by way of me asking my dad a lot of questions what our U.S. healthcare system was or wasn't based on the questions I would ask. I remember asking my dad, well, what would happen if the insurance, because I was learning about insurance, I said, what would happen if they say no to life-saving treatments my dad needed? And my dad would say things like, well, if they say no, we just have to figure something else out. And that was just so deeply unsettling to me at that early age that I grew an appreciation that public service and public office has to be about more than just the politics.
Right.
You've got to think about the people who are counting on you to make the right choices, and who are counting on you to have the ability to lead without fear of the consequences of doing the right thing. And so in some cases, it's not what you do, it's what you don't do.
Right.
And so that's been something that's been a motivating force for me. Although it was a tragedy, my dad did eventually pass away from his cancer, it did open my eyes to the importance of having purpose behind your service journey.
Okay.
And so that's been a motivator for me. That's why I approach my work in the way that I do. I can be a little intense with the work in terms of wanting to get out there and make an impact.
I heard that.
And that's important because folks need us to actually step up to the plate.
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't need us just to go stand by them and take a picture.
Yeah.
And so we've got to be the difference and the change and the pivot points that people are looking for in their lives.
Yeah.
And that's something that's deeply important to me. I remember when I was serving as an at-large city council member and Harvey hit us.
Ooh.
And of course, we all remember Harvey hitting us, right?
Don't we?
And it was a situation where we had, I mean, if you just go back and think about it, that was 51 inches of rainfall. It was the second worst disaster in U.S. history. Most people don't realize that.
Yes.
The second worst disaster in U.S. history. And happened right here. And I'll never forget it because I got a phone call to go check on some of the seniors in the community. I said, no problem. And so I just kind of knocked on some doors impromptu. And I'd ask them, what are you doing to clean up your house? And they said, oh, I'm, using this, using that product. And I said, okay. What are you doing to remove the furniture from your home? They said, oh, don't worry about that. My grandson is coming. I said, okay. And then I'd ask the last question, which is, well, what are you going to do about the walls? And in house after house after house that I would visit, they'd all say the same thing, which was, well, those walls are already dry. And, of course, as you know, you cannot leave those walls in the home after they've been soiled by the floodwater because you get mold. So that broke exactly. So that broke my heart, but of course that's not why I was elected, to be brokenhearted. So we got to work, and so I started.
What position did you have?
At large city council.
At large city council. Okay.
So that's citywide city council member, and so we got to work. I rolled up my sleeves, and we started mobilizing hundreds of people to start going door to door to check on our low income seniors, those that we thought weren't going to get connected to help. And so when I knock on those doors, one of the first things they say was, "What are you doing here?" And, of course, I'd say, oh, because I was wearing my city council shirt. I said, oh, I'm your council member. I'm here to help because of Harvey, give my explanation. That wasn't their question. But their real question was, what are you doing here? And then they'd follow it up with, are you up for re-election already? And so just think about what I asked, what they were asking me. It was the second worst disaster in U.S. history. $125 billion worth of damage, devastation widespread, and the first thing that came to mind when they saw their elected officials standing on those doorsteps was that you must be there because you need something from them versus being there because you were going to make a deposit into their life.
Right.
That represents to me a broken democracy because I don't believe that democracy starts and ends with the ballot booth. Right. I believe that democracy should start at the ballot booth, but it ends with you getting the results that you deserve in your life.
Right.
The things that we talk about on these campaign trails, when that actually becomes your reality, that's when democracy is really working for people. And that's why I got inspired to really run for mayor, because I think you need to have a mayor who understands what the mold and the mildew smells like and understands what it means for people to come around election season. Trust me, we know how to find your house when it's campaign season. We know where you vote. We know what you like to vote, how you vote. We know what coffee you drink, when you vote, what precinct you vote in, but we don't know any details when it's time to deliver the results. And that's what we've got to shift. We have got to be about delivering those results that we talk about on these campaign trails. And I'm excited about the opportunity to bridge that disconnect. I'm excited about the opportunity to create a Houston where everybody, no matter where you live, has an opportunity not just to live here, because that's what we're doing now, right? We're all living here.
Yeah,
but we need
definitely.
to thrive here. And I think that's the difference. We've got to be able to thrive here. And we've got to have a solution for everybody.
Have to. Ronetta, did you have something from that?
So I'm an artist.
Wonderful.
I want to know what's on your playlist.
Oh, what's on my playlist?
Yes.
I think what should be on my playlist, though, right now the playlist is Win This Election, but I want to put on my playlist some fun things like Cuff It Challenge and things like some of that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have not practiced. I don't have a TikTok, y'all, nothing. But I need to do these things. I have not. Have you done a Cuff It Challenge?
Not a Cuff It Challenge.
Have you done a Cuff It Challenge?
She actually has
Are you going to?
song on
I
TikTok.
want
It's called Side to Side.
So she's got the side to side
to.
challenge.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe that's what I need to put on my playlist.
Yes.
The side to side
Side
challenge.
to Side
Okay.
challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, but you definitely have to.
You
get
heard
on
it here
TikTok.
first, y'all.
Yeah.
I know.
It's
That's
a
what I
exclusive.
know.
You heard it here, y'all. Yes.
And
This
you
is
gotta
gonna-
do the Cuff It Challenge.
You gotta do a
Yeah.
couple.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. I got my
Look,
assignment.
I want to say we gonna do it before we.
I gotta watch it like 2 times.
Yeah, we gonna be like, oh no.
Listen, we gonna watch it 2 times.
We gonna show our true colors. They're like,
I'll be
it
there
looks so much
everything.
easier.
I'm over here.
We gonna get it together some kind of way.
Yeah, we gonna get it.
Let me tell y'all a story. Like when I used to have these senior conferences when I would bring seniors all over the city to do these conferences, and we would always have these line dancing classes with the seniors. Let me tell you, and so I'm a basic line dancer.
Okay.
Let me just be very clear about that. We are not talking about the fancy footwork with me.
Yeah.
We are talking about the basic. I can do the wobble. I can do the
Right.
basic
Okay.
wedding line dance.
Right.
Okay? Those seniors are not about that life. The seniors are about those sophisticated, fancy footwork, line dances that I can't keep up with.
Definitely
So
lost me.
there were many years that those seniors used to clown me in royal form. And finally, they just started having to slow it down,
Slow it down for
and
you.
give me the steps. Because I was just not
by
going to.
yourself. It's okay.
They were so sophisticated.
Like I cannot get that Tamia one.
Nope.
Oh, I couldn't do that. That
That's the
seems
one I
confusing.
cannot do.
But didn't she mess it up on her own
I
too?
think she did.
Yeah, she like after a while.
Listen, that's too much.
She had it for a while, and then at the end it kind of fell apart.
And be like, yeah.
They got it, y'all.
So before we leave, can you tell us who is Amanda Edwards? In your own words, who is Amanda Edwards?
You know, when I think about what people will know about me, I'm a native Houstonian, born and raised, who's got a mission to fulfill, and that mission for me, that purpose for me, really revolves around impacting the community. Of course, I've done that in a number of different ways, but I think having that ability to impact people is something that is so deeply rewarding. I tell people all the time, I don't like politics. And they say, well, if you don't like politics, why are you in politics? Yeah, and the truth is, you're talking to somebody who is deeply driven by the ability to have impact. And so even though I don't like politics per se, I know how to navigate them, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I want that senior to get back in that home. I want to rebuild that home for that senior who's been forgotten. I want to make sure that we have a system that actually works for people. People are safe in our communities. People feel respected. People don't have illegal dumping in their neighborhoods and are treated like they are the trash can of the community. I mean, this cannot be our Houston.
Right.
And so I'm somebody who's very passionate. I'm somebody who is thoughtful, but also committed to really having that impact. And so for me, that journey has manifested into public office. But even when I'm not in public office, I'm still doing the work. Okay. And I think that's what we need more of, are people who are servant leaders versus politicians or political pundits. You can turn cable news on to get a political pundit, but that doesn't mean you need to be in an elected office. And I think we need people who are driven by impact. And so that's who I am. I'm also someone who tries to be very direct, very honest. You know, if we're not on the same page, I'll tell you. I don't like the game. I'm not here for games, so I just like you to know where you stand with me, and I can know where I stand with you.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, right. And so, and we can have that exchange. Doesn't mean we're going to be on the same page always, but, you know, I do believe that discourse is missing right now in our politics. It's just,
Yes.
you're bad, you're good, you're bad, you're good. Go fight this one, go fight that one. And it's like, to me, what's important is bringing home the results.
I know that's
So
right.
all the work, all of the political foolishness, because I don't like politics.
I know.
All of that is beyond worth it to me when we actually can get that person who's been overlooked for years to actually then have a restored faith in what is possible for their lives. Empowerment. That's something that's really
Empowerment. I
critical
love
to
it.
me. Yeah, so we had an empowerment series. We used to have town halls, conferences, you name it. We were always trying to provide pivot points for people in their lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have anything, Ronetta?
I wanted to know.
Yes.
How did you feel about Houston ranking one of the dirtiest cities?
Don't rank Houston the dirtiest
Please
city.
don't.
I know. It's like, I'm hoping that this can be motivation for us.
I hope so.
That we,
Yes.
no pun intended, will clean up our acts
Yeah.
and be able to really beautify our communities. I think one of the things that's important to me when I think about, I said, creating this Houston where everybody has an opportunity not just to live here but to thrive here, there's a dignity and respect that people deserve that they don't get sometimes when there's all this illegal dumping in your neighborhood and your neighborhood suddenly feels and looks like a trash can of the city. And you say, well, hold on, aren't there dumps for this stuff? Why is this in the lot across the street from my house? Why do I have now public health concerns now stemming from that? Because you have things like snakes and rodents and all kinds of things that can bring in health challenges to a neighborhood. So I believe it's imperative for us to clean up Houston.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
going to be one of my
ma'am.
elements that I work on in terms of making sure that we don't have this extreme disparity in our city in terms of how we maintain our city.
Right.
And yes, we've got challenges. A lot of them are financial. We've got to pay for the cleanup.
Yes.
And we've got to get our city right now. It's got a lot of financial challenges. But with my background in municipal finance, I'll be able to assist in being in this position so that the car has gas in it and it can actually go.
I know that's right, child. And then the Olympics is coming here, so we got to clean it up, child. We have money to make, honey. We have money to make. Well, I love it. I thank you for coming. Just tell the people where to tune in, tap in, find you at, and let's vote, y'all.
Yeah, so, okay, guys, we got an election coming up. It's going to be an open seat. I'm the only candidate in this race that's ever run and won and served citywide before. So we can get this done, but we are counting on you. Please visit us at www.edwardsforhouston.com. I'm on Instagram, Amanda K. Edwards TX. Facebook, same thing, but also Twitter, AK Edwards TX. Follow us. I will be on TikTok one of these days.
Yes.
I'm not on it yet, so hold on. Give me a minute. Progress. We working on it. See how this exchange help advance the needle.
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
advance the ball. So I can't thank you enough for extending this platform.
No problem.
And
thank you for
getting
coming.
voters, getting the public informed about this election, because most people don't know. It's a low voter turnout election.
It is.
Less than 300 people vote in these elections. Did you know that?
Yeah.
We got 2.2 million people in the city.
Yeah.
Less than 300,000 people vote in city elections.
And if you must know, this election is more important than a presidential election. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say that again.
Politics are local.
This election is more important than a presidential election, okay? Because this is where we live.
This is where the rubber meets the road, guys.
Where the rubber meets the road. So, I mean, I enjoyed the All-Star Thursday show right here on the drop. This was a Toya T exclusive. I'm loving the vibe. Did you love the vibe? Miss Ronetta, I just really enjoyed you. I got to have you back, girl. Yes, y'all make sure y'all check out Side to Side. Tell them where to tap in again.
Look, it's RONNETTA_ on Instagram and Twitter, and on Facebook, just Ronetta Spencer. I follow back, and I do fan interactions as well.
Yes,
Awesome.
Yes, fan interactions, engagement, community engagements. I love it, y'all. Well, until next time, you heard it here from my mouth to your ears. It's your Get It Girl, Toya T.
Amanda Edwards.
And Ronetta.
And y'all make sure y'all stay tuned.
I think this is a whole new show right now.
It's a whole new show.
This was great. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
I loved it.
This was fun.
Oh, yes. Let's take a
This
picture.
is great.
I loved it.
Thank
You have
you.
a supporter over here.
I love it. Love
Put
it.
you all on my page.
Yes,
Everybody
I
can
want to
vote.
follow you. What's your Instagram?
It's RONNETTA_.
Okay.
I didn't know you was a DJ.
Me? I'm a DJ?
I seen you turn the tape.
Oh, you saw that? You saw that. I was with Harvey, and he let me actually do it for real. I was like,
I saw it on his Facebook
What I
page.
love is Renetta's exclusive producer.
oh, I love it. I love it.
That's the mayor.
And there we go, DJ Bear. I love it.
I haven't forgotten about you, Pooh.
She's like, let me get in the picture.
All right. Oh, I love it. Nice. All right. Now let's throw it up. H-Town. Yeah! Amanda Edwin. Our next mayor. Woo! Ladies taking over. Yes. All right.
I love it. She's like, she got her. Come on, you too cute to be out of
Come
the
on,
picture.
cutie. Come
Come
on,
on,
cutie
cutie pie.
cutie.
She got her H
You want
down
me to
up.
pick you up? Come on. 1, 2. Well, you gotta go this way.
Okay.
Yay. Yay. All right.
I love
I
it.
gotta get one.
High five.
You gotta get in there.
All right.
Girl.
Okay, well,
She just tickled DJ.
Hey, ladies, y'all want to come in?
Because they gotta do their show.
Yeah, so we got
No, we can take one picture.
one. Yeah, we got 1 minute, and then we got to get out of the way so they can do theirs.
Awesome. Very good. Very good.
Thank y'all, ladies.
And hug.
Awesome show.
Thank you so much. This was great. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a few cards.
I need a.
Yeah, you got a
When I
card.
post, I'm gonna just tag everybody. If I get anything, I'll drop it in your inbox or if anything you want.
So you know,
Okay.
to South by Southwest because I'm promoting Irony too.
Okay.
So
We can link. Okay.
I see it. Ah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You want one? Here you go. Yeah, of course. You got it. Here you go.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
And if you
Hi,
have some
nice
more,
to meet
if
you.
you have
Yeah,
some more,
I
you can
have
put it on the.
Okay,
sheet
we'll leave the rest
there.
right here.
Yes.
How are you? Amanda Edwards. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Hey, Toya.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Absolutely. I'm ready for mayor.
Oh, you got it. She's pretty. I've seen her before. I've seen her before. She's winning for Mayor Toya?
Yeah, baby.
I know that's
I
right.
want to make sure. Okay, y'all battery is full. Okay, everything. Let me go finish talking. I ain't leaving yet.
we need all microphones on today. Let me see.
All that's very helpful. A lot of people don't know. We have Women for Men that that's coming up on the 23rd. We're going to announce it next week. So pay attention to that and push that out. That's on Thursday. Yes. Oh, you're like this. I got it. Okay. No, we'll figure out something else. Yes. And we got a lot of community wide once a month. So we'll be announcing that. Okay, thank you. Of course. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, that's super something.
Oh, y'all ladies in and set up already. I like, let me move this camera back because it was tilted a little bit.